Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly, and today our topic is how to import records from one Airtable base to another. So in my initial Airtable base, I'm adding the detail of all the leads that I'm receiving from my sales team, and these are not the verified leads. So as I'm going to verify these leads, then automatically I want to import the data of the verified lead from this base to another Airtable base. So for importing the data, what I need to do is I need to build a connection between these two Airtable bases. And for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing software for automation and integration. Now with Pabbly Connect, as I'm going to receive a new verified lead from Airtable base, then automatically I want to import the data in another Airtable base. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen. And today we are going to see that how we can import records from one Airtable base to another. And we are going to do this without any coding and programming skills. So importing records from one Airtable base to another can streamline your data management and improve workflow efficiency. So imagine I have a sales team that adds all the new leads detail into an initial Airtable base where these leads are unverified or haven't been contacted yet. So as these leads receive follow-ups and show interest, it becomes crucial to update their status and move them into a separate base dedicated to verified or interested leads. So by automating this process, I can ensure that my sales pipeline remains organized and up to date without manual intervention. So for example, once a lead in the initial base marked as verified or interested, then this lead's information can be automatically imported into another base that tracks only verified leads. So this helps in segmenting leads efficiently, allowing the sales team to focus on high potential prospects and streamline their follow-up strategies. So this integration not only saves time, but also reduces the risk of errors, ensuring that your lead management process is smooth and efficient. So in this video, I will guide you through setting up this integration using Pabbly Connect, so you can automate the import of records from one Airtable base to another. And this will ensure that your sales data is always accurate and well organized. So here I have this initial Airtable base where I'm going to add the detail of all the leads that I'm getting from my sales team, and these are going to be all the leads and these are not going to be verified, or I don't know if these leads are interested or not. So as we are going to verify these leads and we are going to get that any of these lead is interested, then we have this verification status and we can change the status to done or verified. So as we are going to do that, then automatically I want that lead data to be imported or to be sent automatically to another Airtable base where I want to keep all the verified or interested leads. So here I only want the data of the interested or verified lead so that I can focus more on these leads and I can convert them into my customer. So here for doing this automatically, what I need to do is I need to build this automation between these two bases in my Airtable record. And I'm going to do this without any coding and programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So for using Pabbly Connect, I need to open a new tab, and here I'm going to search for pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly Connect. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If we don't have any account with Pabbly Connect, then we can just click on this sign up for free button, and this will take only 2 minutes of our time and we will get 100 tasks free every month. Or if we already have an account, we can just sign in. So after signing in, it will take us to this page where we will see all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I need to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect. And this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the dashboard, what I need to do is I need to create a new workflow, and for that, I'm going to click here on this Create Workflow button. And this window will pop up. Now here I need to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to import records from one Airtable base to another. And now I need to select the folder where I want to save my workflow, so I'm going to open this tab. And here I'm going to find all the folders that I have in my Pabbly Connect account, and I'm going to use this particular folder of Airtable, so I'm going to select that and I need to click on Create. And this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action will just follow that. So these are the two main building blocks of our workflow. And in our workflow, we can only set up single trigger step and multiple action steps. So here I'm going to first set up my trigger, and here for setting up my trigger, I need to first give my trigger application. So here my trigger application is going to be Airtable. So I'm going to search for that, and I'm going to select Airtable here. Now I need to give a trigger event, so I'm going to open this tab, and new or updated record will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this. And I need to connect Airtable with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. So I'm going to click on connect. I need to click on add new connection. And now I need to connect with Airtable. So I'm going to click here. Now for connecting Airtable with Pabbly Connect, I need to first scroll down, and here I need to add a base. So here I'm going to first add my initial base where I'm going to add all the leads detail. So I'm going to click on add a base button. And here I'm going to search for my base. So this new leads data is my base. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to click on grant access. Now here I have successfully connected Airtable with Pabbly Connect. And here I have already selected my base while connecting Airtable with Pabbly Connect. So here I only have the access of one base, which is new leads data. So this is my initial base, and I have one table in this base, which is table 1. Now for getting the detail of the new or updated record from this Airtable base, what I need to do is I need to add a field which should be named as modified on, and I need to set its field type as formula, and I need to provide this formula to that field. So for this, I need to take you to my Airtable base. So here this is my initial base of new leads data, and in this I have added this column which is named as modified on, and in this column I have set up my field as formula, and in this I have set up this formula which is of last modified time. So you also have to add this column with this formula, and you need to do this so that you can get the new or updated record data from your initial base. So here this is my base, and in this I have added this lead data which is named as demo user. Email is demoUser@pabblytudes.com. I have the random phone number of my lead. I have the address, that is A83 Old Street. I have the city Indore, and I have this verification status that is done. Also, I have the modified on data. So here I have this data of my lead, and it is already verified. So as this data is verified, I want this data to be sent to Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect, and here in Pabbly Connect, I need to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we can see I have received this response. So in this response, I have received all the data of my Airtable base record, and in this I have received the detail of my lead. And here I have the name of my lead, that is demo user. Email is demoUser@pabblytudes.com. I have the field city, that is Indore. I have the address, that is A83 Old Street. Also I have the record ID, and I have this verification status, that is done. So here I have received all these details from my Airtable base. But if you don't receive this response instantly, then you don't have to worry, because this is a polling based response. And this 10 minutes are the polling time of Airtable. And now what is going to happen is that within 10 minutes, you're going to receive your response from Airtable for your new or updated record. So as this 10 minutes are the polling time, then what is going to happen is that in every 10 minutes, Airtable is going to capture new responses, and we are going to receive the new detail of the new leads that we are going to add or update in our Airtable base. So here I have received all these detail of my lead from my Airtable base, and now I want to filter out these lead on my verification status. So if I'm receiving the record of my verified lead, then only I want to add that in my second base. So how I'm going to differentiate these leads? For that, if I'm receiving my lead data with this verification status of done, then it will mean that my lead is verified, and I have this status that will mean that this is the interested or verified lead only. So as I'm going to receive this verification status, then I will automatically add the data of that lead in my another Airtable base. So here I need to first set up my filter. So for setting up my filter, I need to set up my actions tab. And here in my action application, I'm going to use filter by Pabbly. So by using filter by Pabbly, I'm going to set up my condition. And here first I need to give my action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and filter values will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And now I need to connect filter by Pabbly with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on connect. And here I have these two options of select label, filter type, and value. So here what I need to do is I need to first give the label of my verification status, and in the value I'm going to give the value of done, And now with this condition, what is going to happen is that if in my response of Airtable record, I'm going to receive the verification status value as done, then it will mean that my lead is verified or interested, and I can add that lead data in my another base in Airtable. So here I need to first select my label. So I'm going to open this tab. I'm going to open this response of Airtable. And here this is my label of verification status. So I'm going to map this. Here my filter type is going to be equal to, and now I need to give my value. So in the value I'm going to add done. So here I have added my condition. Now what I need to do is I need to click on Save and Send Test to Quiz button. And here I have received this response. So in this response I have the status of success and I have the message that says condition is true. So this will mean that my lead that I have received from my Airtable record is verified and can be interested, and I can convert that lead into a customer. Now what I want to do is I want to import the data of that lead that is verified in my another Airtable base. So for that I need to add one more action step. And here my action application is going to be Airtable. So I'm going to select Airtable here. And now I need to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab. And create record will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And I'm going to connect Airtable with Pabbly Connect in my actions tab too. So I'm going to click on connect. I will click on add new connection. And I'm going to again click on connect with Airtable. Now here what I need to do is I need to add my second base where I want to import this data of my lead. So I'm going to click on add a base button. And here again I'm going to search for my second base where I want to import my data. So this interested leads base is my second base. So I'm going to select this. And I'm going to click on grant access. Now here I have successfully connected Airtable with Pabbly Connect in my actions tab. Now here my base name is interested leads, which is my second base where I want to import my data. My table name is table 1, which is the only table that I have in my base. And here I have all these columns. So here I want to update all these columns with my lead data that I'm receiving from my first base from Airtable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the lead response from my trigger response of Airtable, and I'm going to map that here in these tab. So for that I need to use mapping. And what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping I need to click here. I will open this response of Airtable, and here I need to first map the name of my lead. So this is the name of my lead, so I'm going to map this. Similarly, I'm going to map the email address, so I need to click here. I will open this response of Airtable, and here this is the email address, so I'm going to map this. Now I'm going to map the phone number. Similarly, I'm going to map the address and the city. And here I have mapped all the required details that I want to import from my initial base to this particular base. So here I have mapped these details, so I have made these details dynamic. Now what is going to happen is that as I'm going to receive a new detail of a verified lead from my initial base, then automatically as I'm going to receive that new data, then these details that I have mapped here are going to get replaced with the new lead detail in the real time. Now I'm going to scroll down and I need to click on Save and Send Test to Quiz button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have imported the data from my initial base to this particular base. And to check whether I have imported the data in another Airtable base or not, I need to take it to my second Airtable base. And here in my Airtable base, we can see I have updated this data. So here I have my lead data that is named as demo user, email is demoUser@pabblytudes.com. And I have this random phone number of my lead, address is A83 Old Street, city is Indore. So here I have successfully imported data from my one Airtable base to another. And here I have created this integration in Airtable between these two Airtable bases. So now as I'm going to receive a new verified lead from my initial base, then automatically I can add the data of that verified lead in my another Airtable base so that I can have the up-to-date data of all the verified or interested leads. So here I have successfully created this automation between these Airtable bases, and now I can automatically import data from one Airtable base to another. So I have successfully created this automation, so I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, I have created this connection without any coding and programming skills to import records from one Airtable base to another. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was Airtable, and my trigger event was new or updated record. So in this trigger, I'm using my initial Airtable base. Then I have set up my actions tab, and in my actions tab, I have first set up my filter, and I have set up this filter to get the verified leads only. Then I have set up my last actions tab where I have used my another Airtable base, and here my action event was create record. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there, and thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this by using Pabbly Connect. So if you want to reach out to us, then email us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, then you can write us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any issue with the pricing, then you can visit this link. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.